Title V of the 1990 Clean Air Act amendments mandated that EPA create a program under which an organization would document in a single permit all air quality regulations that applied to an industrial facility, thereby consolidating all compliance requirements for easy reference by the company, the regulators, and the public. This single permit is known as a Title V permit, and it must be renewed every 5 years. Hello, I'm Tony Jabone, a principal consultant with Trinity Consultants. Due to the importance of the Title V permit for industrial facilities and their environmental staff, let's spend a few minutes discussing a specific aspect, the requirements for Title V permit renewals. Although it took many years from the time the legislation was passed until EPA had fully developed the operating permit program, that program has now been in place for more than a decade, as have the associated state implementations. Facilities that have a Title V operating permit must renew those permits every 5 years for the purpose of 1, documenting the requirements associated with new regulations, and 2, documenting any relevant facility changes that were made under a construction permit. In addition to the identification of new regulatory requirements such as a new or revised MAC rule or new source performance standard, a renewal applicant must revise potential emission calculations including greenhouse gases and update their compliance assurance monitoring or CAM procedures as needed. Title V renewal applications must be submitted, depending on the state, generally somewhere between 18 and 6 months prior to the permit expiration date. By submitting the permit renewal within this application submittal window, the applicant is insured an application shield, meaning that its current permit will remain effective until the agency processes the renewal application. Since there are no official timeframes for agencies to process renewal applications, they can linger sometimes for years, hence the importance of the application shield protection. If the applicant misses the renewal deadline, the application must be processed by the permit expiration date, or the facility must stop operations until a new permit is issued. The applicant can also lose its application shield if it fails to provide timely responses for additional information during the permit review process. Like the initial permit application, permit renewals include a 30-day public comment followed by a 45-day EPA review period. The applicant should be aware of any potential problematic issues and try to address them effectively with stakeholders before the application is submitted in order to avoid associated delays. A few other common sense recommendations for avoiding pitfalls in the renewal process include the following. 1. Start early. Leave no doubt that you'll be able to submit the application in time to keep the application shield in place. 2. Double check the accuracy and consistency of all numbers. 3. Enhance what's in the application forms with an executive summary and spreadsheets that document calculation methods. 4. Fill in every blank in the agency forms with some type of answer to convey completeness. 5. Don't assume previous information is correct, especially when the permit has been inherited from previous staff. And 6. Carefully review and comment on the draft permit, particularly with respect to flexibility and reasonable record-keeping requirements. Once the renewal application is prepared, it must be signed by a responsible official, a designation that has specific legal meaning. In the case of Title V renewals, the responsible official is someone in charge of a principal business function in the organization, typically with the title of director or vice president. The plant manager generally does not qualify for this role unless he or she is delegated the role of duly authorized representative or DAR by the responsible official. To qualify as a DAR, the individual must be responsible for at least 250 employees or at least $25 million in annual sales revenue. In the case of partnerships, the general partner is considered the responsible official. If you have any questions about an upcoming Title V permit renewal, Trinity Consultants would be glad to guide you through the process. Learn more on our website at trinityconsultants.com or contact your local Trinity office at 1-800-229-6655. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter.